Today, we are going back to the world of SOMA underwater. So yeah, I don't really remember exactly. The story in this is a little complicated. So, I remember I needed to get a Dunbat, I think it's called. And I don't know what it does. I don't know what it's for. I don't know why I need it. I just know that I do. We learned that the world is destroyed by a comet. We're 100 years in the future, and we're apparently a robot. And that's all I got. Ah, there we go. Made it to Theta. I need to find Dunbat, a vehicle made for extreme pressure environments. Only with the Dunbat will they be able to enter the abyss and find the lost Ark. So you don't crack like a can of soup. Yeah, that would be preferable. I would not like... I mean, soup's fine. I don't want to be the soup. Let's just start looking at everything, as I do. Oh, wait. This is a thing. I can throw something at this. There we go. Okay, my face just phased through shards of glass. That's fine. Oh, here we go. Hi,
here?
Catherine.
We're here. Okay, great. Time to hijack ourselves a submarine. There will be nothing stopping us when we have the Dunbat.
I kind of
sure
thought it was
have a
going to
lot
be
of
that
machines
easy.
and vehicles down here. What makes this one so special?
It's the only transport that can go into the abyss without cracking like a can of soup.
Ah,
If this is one
gotcha.
of a kind, then how did they get the Ark down the abyss in the first place?
That's a good question. I suppose they did it the hard way and just walked.
Didn't realize that was an option. Kath, what's
Oh, I
it
can't
like
look.
inside the Ark? Is it like a movie or virtual reality?
No, of course not. It's, like real life, but slightly better. Pleasant temperature, clean air, good weather.
So people in the Ark just walk around pretending it's the real world?
You don't have to pretend. It's perfectly immersive.
And it can just sustain itself?
Yes. Attached to a probe fueled by solar panels, it could survive for thousands of years.
That's amazing. Just thinking about the Earth being what it is and us setting out to save the final remains of humanity, it's
Heroic.
at least it feels worth doing.
Here we go. The Dunbat.
Okay, we're done with that conversation, I guess.
Damn it. I knew it was too good to be true.
What's wrong?
It's...
Covered in gunk.
It's quarantined. Hold on. We need a security cipher.
How bad is it?
It's we don't write these things down type of bad.
Maybe someone's still around who can tell us what it is.
Sure, let's go with that. I'll just unlock the other doors for you so you can explore the station.
Oh yeah, now I can see it. Because that's the arm, so the rest of that's the actual thingy. Wow, it got dark and spooky fast.
Why would they all leave this floor?
Well, I
Don't get it
mean,
either. It's like they all just cleared out.
maybe because of this? It's not that surprising to me.
What's so interesting downstairs? Just labs and offices. Maybe the shuttle station.
Should we go check?
Rather not. Got a bad feeling about this.
That's good to know, because I want to hear all the dialogue, so I'll try not to. Try not to skip anything. Hello? Okay, okay. Oh. Oh, hi! Hi, me. Ew. That's weird. Don't panic. Don't panic. It's fine. Weird.
Maybe they wanted to keep close to the shuttle station in case something went wrong.
I'm really stuck on that one.
I'm just worried about my colleagues.
Well, you weren't worried about the ones that I had to kill. Oh, just kill one of the robots for the chip. It's fine. It's just a robot. Well, like, and then you're fine with whatever. We already know Catherine's a hypocrite. It's fine. We love her anyway. Yeah, no, we're fine. It's cool. Stop! Oh, damn it. I don't like the creaking. It sounds like footsteps. There we go. Okay. Guy Conrad. I know that closing the doors doesn't stop them, but it just makes me feel better. There's a switch at the door button. What is it, like a lock switch? Oh, a light switch. Oh, that makes things easier. Well, I just tried to pick that up. Why did it just... I'm just so strong. The second I touch it, it shatters. Oh my gosh. Why is that so... That's like a portal, man.
Hey, that's mine.
Did you bring something? A souvenir?
No, it's just memories.
Huh. Well, then I guess you don't mind if I snoop. You have a projector.
What's the little projector? Looks homemade.
That's my attempt at building a vivarium. It's kind of a proto-ark.
Cool fan.
Thanks. Reminds me of Taipei, my hometown.
Oh, neat.
I seriously doubt you'll find anything useful in there.
Well, I'm gonna look anyway. You said it's memories, so... I will look. You can't stop me. I mean, I guess you probably could if you wanted. Ooh! Yep. Imogen Reed tested a machine today. It was clearly corrupted by WoW, but more importantly, it was assembled in a seemingly primitive way, like someone had specifically created it for WoW to steal. When activated, the machine mimicked the room and Reed along with it. At some point, she was scanned and then loaded as a simulation inside the digital space. The presentation shocked Reed and was quickly terminated. It scares me how much it reminds me of my AR capsule. After dissecting the vivarium machine that Reed activated, it's clear that WoW copied my capsule project to construct the scene to hold the Reed simulation. Okay. Weird. It's actually very similar to its construction except for one point. Where my capsule houses flat people constructed from model neurogram, the vivarium's brain scan lives on. It isn't limited by its content from the originating brain scan. Reed emerged? That doesn't seem right. The Reed inside the vivarium is a perfect copy. Well, that's weird. I have it. I can save humanity. I can build an artificial reality capsule. They can hold every... Oh, is this how she came up with the arc? I can't figure out how it's worked with the vivarium, but I can replicate WoW's scanning technique using pilot seats. They're already prepared with the type of electromagnetic drums needed. It kind of seemed like she was just a bystander before, but it seems like she's a lot more, like, entrenched in it now. It was even easier than I thought. The pilot seats are already set to allow the diffraction and high energy needed to capture the scan. I suspect WoW has been using the seats to steal scans from us for a while. Oh, the seats, like how I got here. I guess that explains the mockingbirds? The WoW must have stolen scans from people using the pilot seat and used it as a basis for intelligence in the machines. So this seems like a long time that they knew WoW was just kind of like doing its own thing, and they just didn't do anything about it. With a surprisingly positive reaction from the team, we have now officially started the ARC project. We are to scan all the people we can find and load them into the capsule, then we will launch it into space using the space gun. It's nice to think something will live on like that. Mark Serang killed himself after his scan. He has been suggesting everyone should kill themselves, as it would somehow allow them to actually get onto the Ark. I'm not sure how that would work. It did trigger a lot of arguments among staff, and apparently it's my fault somehow. Stromheimer is not happy with me. Hope it will calm down. You have a lot of,
You have a lot of toys.
I wasn't gonna say toys. I was gonna say, like, Homeland-type things. Oh, didn't mean to toss it. A little dump. Oh. I am surprised by how accurate the sound design is for that.
What's with the junk? Looks like something you'd fish out of the ocean.
Huh? Oh, you mean... Yeah, that's a part of Reed's vivarium. It's a long story. Forget it.
I mean, I read your journal, so you could probably shorten it down a bit. That's interesting. Oh.
Your teddy bear could use some repairs.
Toby always breaks. He's top heavy, so he keeps falling over.
He's, a little scary, and he looks more like a fox than a bear, at least the ears. I'll leave him on the couch. Oh!
Did you know that the human body consists of up to 75 trillion individual cells? They typically don't stay with us till we die. Some live a few days, while others live a few years. We're not affected by their short lifespans, as they're replaced by new cells which help sustain our bodies. I don't think anyone would argue that we ever lose our persona due to this process. Yet we are clearly in a constant state of transformation. Then how do we remain the same? A continuous flow of thought and perception keeps an unbroken chain of continuity that we know as our self. Our conscious mind is not the pattern of our brain, but a continuous emergent entity based on that pattern. When Dr. Chun populates the Ark, she is capturing a moment of our existence and placing it inside the digital world. Soon you and your digital you will grow apart due to diverging experiences, but for a tiny window, you are the very same. With unbroken continuity, it will live on. A fulfilling life, no doubt, no less real than the one from which it was plucked. Now remember, you are not your body. You are the emergent entity. That entity just happens to occupy two places at once for a while. If you took away your body, you would simply be the only one you can be. The you inside the Ark. Let your body die and continue on in the digital paradise among the stars.
So that's interesting because, you know, there's been a lot of talk of like, oh, well, if you kill yourself, then you'll be actually inside the Ark as opposed to it being a copy. But, like, it's still a different consciousness at that point if you're copying it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I think the original technically is referring to, like, a ship. If you replace, you know, each part over and over and over, then does it become a new ship, or is it still the same ship? Like, if you could replace pieces over time. I didn't want to talk over it, so I didn't want to mention it. But that's interesting, because I was kind of wondering if they were actually, like, if the game lore timeline story building, if it was trying to imply that that could be the same you or not. But that kind of proves that they don't think it is. They just say, you know, that should be the new you continuing on. Dear friends, when you read this, I will have entered the Ark. Oh yeah, Mark Serang. That was the one that she said was the first one to kill himself. As I've explained, this is accomplished by ceasing to live as your scan is being completed. To not frighten Catherine, I will do this in secret by folding cyanide salts into chewing gum and placing it in my mouth before seeing her. But when I hear her announce completion, I will bite down, quickly causing my own demise. When you discover the truth behind my death, there's no tragedy to mourn, for I am victorious. I advise you all to do the same and join me inside the Ark. Sincerely, Mark Serang. Okay, so all of this is classified, so it seems like this dude is pretty important. Mr. Serang, the company is very pleased to hear about your success in making the WoW a station-wide presence, even though it kind of does whatever it wants. We trust that you appreciate what a unique opportunity this is, and that you will do everything in your power to fully explore and understand this mystery. To do so, you need to ensure that Dr. Johan Ross is able to steer and study the WoW from Alpha without outside interference. In case of an emergency, you may direct Julia Dahl at Omicron to forcefully eliminate any opposition, but please make an effort to avoid extreme actions. The WoW is an important, costly affair, and we hope to follow a steady development without setbacks. Why did you pick up SOMA? So, I bought SOMA maybe a month or so after it came out, and I never played it. I never actually played it, because it was going to be, way back in whatever, 2015, 2016, it was going to be the first game that I made a Let's Play of for YouTube. And I never did it. I never ended up playing it. I never ended up starting YouTube. And then I just started, the Soma Saga story. I just started streaming in October, at the end of October. And so I was like, I want to do some horror games. And, I mean, I bought Soma specifically to make content on it and record me playing it. I mean, it just felt right for it to be the first horror game I streamed. I mean, I love how much there's an improvement, but it still feels like a game by this people that made one of my favorite horror games of all time. And I was surprised because I thought it was, I mean, I guess it's kind of spacey, but I thought it was going to be more like in space. And it is underwater, more like the same vein as, I guess, as BioShock. Which I did Did not expect. I also did not expect blood to be all over the bed. Oh, wait, there's something on the bottom of this. For Auntie. Aw, that's sweet. Too bad apparently Auntie's dead. We're all dying anyway, I'm all in. I put my faith in Sarang and the continuity. Oh, so she killed herself. I feel bad about just leaving that on the floor, but I'm gonna step on it. Ew. Ew. I like that it did like a scary noise, like I didn't already know. It is kind of interesting there's no body in here. I guess they would have cleaned it up if it wasn't like right before everything went to shit. But then why'd they leave all the blood? So who was this? There's a name. There's the names outside. This was Robin Bass. I mean, I don't know for sure that I've seen that name. Whoops. But it keeps bringing up the same names a lot. Right, you entered the station. Did you encounter a robot? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the lady at the... She was, like, right under the light post. It's been a week. It's been a week. But yeah, no, that makes sense. So, we actually know who that was then. That's interesting. I do like that it keeps, I'm just gonna move that out of the way. That it keeps using the same characters. So there is, like, continuity like that. Instead of just throwing names at you and it's like, yeah, this was someone. Now care about it. Oops.
This is where I did my scan. And all the others, I suppose.
You don't remember?
My scan was the first. Had to test the scanner before I could start making promises.
Oh. Yep, lady in the tunnel. Exactly. Too late now.
The lab, the scan room.
What happened?
Conrad killed himself after the scan.
Jesus, how?
Maser tool? What should I do?
I'm gonna need to tell Strohmeyer.
No, please! I'm so close. Strohmeyer's gonna shut down the ARC project. It's not my fault people keep killing themselves.
Catherine, what are you gonna do? It's not like you can sneak a 300-pound body out of the lab.
I know.
Catherine, are you okay?
Not even close.
Interesting. I assume you killed the first robot as well, the one on the power plant. Yeah. You don't have to pull both cables at Amy Azaro, but if you only pull one, you sacrifice safety, as the safety systems are unpowered. Interesting. But yeah, I killed the first robot too, because, I mean, I pulled one thing and nothing happened, so I was like, okay, I'll pull the second one. That's interesting to know that they're all, what's what I'm looking for? Optional. What about Carl? So, I don't actually know about Carl, because I turned it off at first and he started freaking out, and I was like, oh, sorry, and I turned it back on. Then I went to the other power section, and that shut down everything, and there was a monster there, so I didn't end up going back to see if he was still alive, because I just wanted to get out of there. Is it serious murder on stream? Apparently. I was assuming that because I shut down all the power, that killed Carl, but I didn't mean to. It was just like, you have two options. You can turn off this section or you can turn off everything. But I thought the everything one was just a different section because it was rerouting power. So I don't know. Maybe Carl's fine, but I doubt it. I didn't want to kill Carl, but I think I did.
Ah, I see.
What?
Check the terminal. I just want to make sure.
July 17th, 2021? That's weird. That was just a couple months ago. David Munchie? Wait. Oh, Berg. Oh, no, they were talking about Paul. That was like his other guy. They were doing like a test scan. Death 2069. It's weird because like that happened in like what, 2015, 2016?
Munchie.
Yeah.
How did this...
But then like now we're in the future
What is this?
and it's weird is what it is. So that was when they were scanning each other. God, that's so confusing because like because that already happened, but like we're still living not the same timeline, kind of, but the same, like, stream of consciousness. So now all of that already happened, like, way in the past.
Kath, what is this? Why do you have a file of me?
You
Well,
are one of Dr. Munchie's
yeah.
templates. A legacy scan.
Okay, that's it. Wow, that was fun. That's a relief. Still figuring this out, so...
It was freaky. So many lights. What do we do now?
Paul and I are going to run tests for a week or so, and then we'll work out a roadmap to your recovery. Well, I feel excited. Can't wait to get back to the living.
It's so weird. Okay. Like, it's starting to kind of get pieces together, but this is weird.
We've worked everything out. Everything is legal. Vouched for by Dr. Peak and Professor Way. Oh, that's great news. No big change in medication. You'll be taking an aspirin every morning, but that's about it. Paul worked out a diet with some variations you should try out. You can continue doing physical therapy. Also, there's some extra cardio training every other day. Okay, getting complicated. Don't worry, it's really not. We're going to keep an eye on you every week, so we'll be able to adjust the plan if needed.
Okay, but he wasn't even really a doctor, so could he even do that?
The model was sound. It should have worked. It's not your fault, David. I really wish things had turned out differently. Yeah, me too. I was supposed to save you. Hey, you got my brain on file. Maybe you can put it to some use. Yeah, who knows? You'd be okay with that? Using it for my research? Sure. It's like a part of me lives on or something. Like a donated organ. You know what sucks about dying? What? The crash. Everything up till now. The brain damage. You guys, everything. Has made my life so much more real. I started thinking about all the things I was going to do. I'd never been more excited to be alive. All that hope. Wasted.
That's wild. Because, like, this whole time, it's just like, you did the scan, and then you wake up in this as a robot. That's got sad fast, right? It's going back into the thing of, like, it's not the same Simon, technically. Because of the, like, what Sarong's recording was talking about with the divergence. But it's so weird because, like, this whole time you're thinking it's the same guy, it just somehow, you know, he got uploaded or whatever. But then it's like, yeah, no, like, other things happened, there was that divergence, and he just fucking died a month later. Like, that's so weird. Feel bad about making fun of his brain damage now. Yeah, right? There could have been any strange theory. Pretty much, but this is like, no, he's dead, and this is like his brain scan. Although, it's interesting that you can erase data. Like, I don't want to know what would happen if I did that. A bad end, perhaps?
They're historic templates for AI construction. Any self-respecting engineer wouldn't use legacies anymore, but they're great for learning. They come with every development kit.
So, my brain scan turned into a template for artificial intelligence.
You should be proud.
So much for that mystery. No magic or time travel needed. I was here all along, waiting for someone to shove a picture of my brain into a suit and hit the power button.
Yeah, but why now? We don't know that yet.
Welcome to my place. When I started the art project, I pretty much lived in this lab.
Cozy.
My gamer senses are going off with the with the light. It's guiding me. But I'm gonna explore first anyway.
This is where I would store the ARC scans.
Are they similar to my legacy file?
No, yours is flatter, if that makes sense, less dynamic.
Thanks. That makes me feel much better.
I don't want to touch anything. What if I mess stuff up? Oh! Oh, do we need to, like, like, pick out a scientist to help us? Oh, these are all, like, fried. So I guess I need to find one that's, like, not? I mean, I guess this is the center one, so it's most likely. Oh, yep, there we go.
An intact memory chip. If we're lucky, we might be able to extract the cipher from it. Simon, the last report filed by the staff mentioned struggling with something called a proxy. The proxy we killed was blind, just like Akers, but it listens. Careful, we spotted 2 more by the infirmary.
What do they look like?
Not sure. Seems to be human enough to pass for a crew member at a distance. Tall, dark, and ultimately faceless seems to be what to look out for.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that's the monsters I was already dealing with, because that's what that looked like. I didn't go in here, I don't think. Oh! Well, this is less welcoming. I'll check that out later if that's not the way to go, because that's a whole thing.
The laboratory terminals have lost contact with the
Infamous
mainframe.
basement. Uh-oh.
We need to reset the router downstairs.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I see. So it is the way I need to go. I have a feeling this is like, the water level basement always delivers. Oh no.